let's consider some of the ethical implications of the combination of AI and XR as set out in the imagined futures of this study. In the near future scenario, we need to consider whether the adoption of these new technologies is truly voluntary. As these technologies become more widespread, opting out becomes increasingly difficult. Johnston et al. Refer to this phenomenon as digital exclusion. I liken this to our current proliferation of smartphones and digital applications. The act of more people using something reduces the amount of support provided for previous services, making it less accessible for those who do not have access to devices, creating a not intended chain of events, pushing people towards using a device that they will have to use, regardless of how they feel about the terms of service, and giving companies free range to mine more data. Also, in the near future scenario, facial recognition technology, while useful for filtering, also raises significant concerns about surveillance and privacy. According to the ACLU, such technologies can infringe on our rights, and in our readings this week, Dr. Ewert mentioned that Section 7, 8, and 15 specifically apply and could potentially enable unauthorized surveillance and racial profiling. In the distant future, the widespread use of reality filtering technologies could blur the lines between what is real and what is virtual. This raises questions about how people will perceive and interact with their environments. How do we know when somebody is truly present? Which is something I already sort of think about when students are constantly wearing headphones, but in not a visual kind of range, but more in an audio one. It's interesting that I can see aspects of that already. Another thing to consider, and this is sort of similar to the near future scenario, is that if workplaces start requiring employees to use these immersive technologies, it raises concerns about someone's autonomy. Similar to how students need devices for school, employees might feel compelled to use certain technologies, impacting their freedom of choice. And in the far distant future scenario, we must consider the potential loss of autonomy if individuals are placed in virtual worlds against their will. There are also concerns about manipulation, as technologies like BCIs could alter perceptions based on learning biases, leading to ethical dilemmas around privacy, mental health, and the need for ethical design and use. In conclusion, ultimately, as we advance in technology, it's crucial to maintain ethical vigilance. We must ensure that these technologies are developed and used responsibly, keeping in mind their potential impact on society.